Okay, guys, this is quiz number 7A. It's a pretty tough quiz. And you're given R, the correlation, is 0.119. And what you want to do is set Y equals the return of the SIB, and X equals the return of S&P 500. And you're also given the Y average is 13.99, SD of Y is 1.56, X average is 10.1, and SD of X is 17.3. So to get the linear equation, Y equals B0 plus B1 times X. B1 equals correlation times SD of Y over SD of X. Plug it in, get this value, 0.010731. And B0 is Y bar minus B1 X bar, which is 13.99 minus 0.01731 times 10.1, and you get 13.8816. So your final equation, linear regression equation, is Y equals 13.8816 plus 0.010731x. And now you need to find SD of Y given x, which equals SD of Y times radical 1 minus r squared times radical n minus 1 over n minus 2. You plug that in, all the values, you get 1.60739. And now you need to find the SC of B1, which is SC of Y given x over radical n minus 1 times SD of x. You plug it in, you get 0.24832. Now using all those values, you need to use the CAP-M pricing model that Professor Lin taught us, and that's the risk-free rate plus beta times the market risk premium. The market risk premium is actually RM minus RM. So using the risk-free rate is 4%, and the market risk premium is 7%. And also you need to know that the t distribution for 13 degrees of freedom for 95% is 2.16. And now to get the final 95% confidence interval, you get the risk-free rate plus quantity B1 plus or minus SE of B1 times T13 times market risk premium. You plug in the 4%, the 0.01731, and all the other numbers, and finally you get the correct confidence interval is 3.6996% to 4.45055%. And that's part A.
Continuing quiz 7A, we have part B. So we want to go back to the regression equation we got on part A, 0.0107x plus 13.88. You then want to calculate SE and div for an inference test for individual y values at a given x. So the equation for that is SE of y given x times square root of 1 plus 1 over n x star minus x bar squared over n minus 1 standard deviation of x squared. And that equals 2%. Now, we plug 40.1% into the regression equation to get 13.45%. Now we're going to use that to calculate our confidence interval right here. And it's going to be plus or minus 2.16, the 95% t value with 13 degrees of freedom times 2, which we got for SE and div. So we can be 95% confident that the predicted return for SIB will fall between 9.13 and 17.77%. Now, part C says, as an applied financial analyst, would you recommend investing in SIB or not? Now, the answer to that is no, because these returns are too good to be true. No one can return that well above market.